Hey, what is up, everybody? Reubin here. My name's Reubin, and welcome to the shadows that run alongside our car. Now, this is completely different from something that I would normally play. I wouldn't even call this playing, actually, as it's actually a visual novel. Now, this visual novel is by Locke Rain, and it's about two strangers who sit side by side as the night falls over. The car speeds down the open highway. Without a soul around them, everything seems to slip away. On a journey to no one knows where, all they have is words and time, and that time is dwindling fast. The shadows are chasing. Now, from the screenshots that I saw and from reading that description, I thought this could be something completely different and something truly unique. So without any further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. So whose eyes will you see the road through? Click one. You know what, let's choose on the guy's name. Well, choose on the dude. Gun it. I put the metal to the floor. The wheels screech as we pull out into the lane. The car swerves, but it doesn't really matter. There's no one else out here as far as the eye can see. The abandoned station shrieks behind us until it's gone. And then it's just us and the long road. The world outside the window passes by in abstract, like the whole world's given up on having any meaning. We drive in silence. After a while, I hear the faint buzzing of the power window being rolled down. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just going to hold themselves at a moving car. Fair enough. Well, that was a thrilling conversation. So, I guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right. We never did introduce ourselves. It's... Oh, I actually need to name the person. Let's go with that. Sonia. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Sonia. Name's Reubin. Okay. The car shudders briefly as we rumble over a series of potholes. But then the road smooths again. The humming of the engine reminds me of a storm brewing far off on the horizon. Beyond these occasional noises, we sit in silence. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Well, that's the first time she's actually started a conversation. Guess I'm not so intimidating after all. What was I doing? God, what was I? A whole lot of nothing. I bet that sounds super impressive, huh? Just a scruffy drifter. I'm not sure she wants to hear that. We can spin the truth a little bit. I was moving. Cross country. And everything went south. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car. Or was. Even when he was alive, though. I was the only one that ever drove it. I guess he didn't... Sorry, never mind. That's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Damn, okay, that got deep. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Surprisingly. Not much noise at the end of the world. Do you think there's any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. I reckon it couldn't look too hurt though. She's fiddling with the dial. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find anything. Static comes in and out in waves. Every so often the distortions give the illusion of an actual sound. Then it goes right back to nothingness. Just then though... Hang on a sec, go back down. I think I actually heard something. The noise phases in and out. Then as something comes into auditory focus. Is that a mariachi band? No ways. Exact question, is that a mariachi? I can't contain myself. The sound of unmistakable horns blare joyously over the static in a sick fanfare, while a man's voice wails soulfully over it. I'm laughing so hard I nearly pissed myself. Sonia's nearly there too. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? All of the music that would be left. Man. I sink back in the driver's seat, letting my mind drift to the music. Its origin is almost comforting. As the fractured chords wash over me, I try to pretend that I'm lounging in a chuck bed somewhere. Out in the sun, mid-afternoon, shirt damp and dirty from a hard day's work. For a moment I almost believe it. The music falls short for a few seconds before starting up again. Wait, isn't this the same song again? Ugh, it's probably on an endless loop. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Sure seems that way. Guess it's just Ghost on the Waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think a zombie'd even listen to? Is death metal is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie, or maybe they're into baby metal these days. I don't know, I think the Grateful Dead seems more appropriate. You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they actually grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace. Peace. I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. That ain't so bad right now anyway. Well, except for that. I shake my hand at the radio controls. So what are you into anyway? Music-wise? I really like Atlantis? Atlantis? I think that's no, there's no TIS. I think it's Alanis or Alanis. Alanis more, you know, fuck, I'm not even gonna try that. Top 40 hits. That sort of thing. You? Oh, don't tell me it's baby metal. Will you judge me if I say I actually haven't even heard of them? No, that might be for the best. What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but... well, you probably actually just judge me. More for this. Try me. ABBA. Nice. Just as I thought, she's laughing at my expense. It's a nice sound though. I'm not gonna be poetic and say that it sounds like music or anything like that. Still, it's good to hear. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but that's fine. Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there is no right answer to that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. Shit, okay. God, that's so young. She's practically a kid. What was I doing when I was 22? Still wasting my life, I reckon. Wonder if she's even been to school. That young and the whole damn world's crashing down around her. I try not to make a face, but I can see my knuckles going white as my fingers grip harder into the wheel. This music's similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. Wow, even I was getting irritated by that music. I reach down and turn the volume knob to a sharp left, and the radio blissfully goes silent. Farewell, Wailing Man. Now, it's just us again. Did you ever expect things to end up that way? It's It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. Okay, should we go with ignoring me or sore topic? I just want to ask her straight out if she's ignoring me, so sore topic. I guess she doesn't want to think about it. Can't say I blame her. I'm a bit surprised that we still have any lights at all this hour. Especially with the street lights out and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. Kind of fitting for the end of the world. I suppose that's true. You never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, doesn't have to be a job or anything, but well, what do you like to do, or what did you before everything? Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have much time for anything other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. I guess that would be most people's story. And that is so true. We all do literally live a very, very standard life that is set in its routines. We all basically wake up, do our thing, go to work, earn money to survive, and then just rinse and repeat Monday to Friday, and we get Saturday and Sunday, where 9 times out of 10 by Saturday and Sunday you're so tired you just want to relax. You've got no energy for anything. Well, that's me at least. It's tough out there. It was tough. Probably tougher now. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? Yeah. But I guess that doesn't matter either way. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. Ah. I used to travel a lot. Looking for work and stuff. I suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad. Well, that sure is lofty. It sounds really cliche. Not really, it sort of suits you. To tell the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. And get to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah. Monkey's paw. I don't think she knows I've noticed, but she's been pressing at her gut a lot. Wonder if she's still alright. Since I first ran into her, she's been in a rough way, and I'm not sure it's gotten much better. We probably should have looked for some more bags of that ginger stuff. You know what, let's be the caring person. Let's actually ask if she's nauseous. See if she's okay. Still feeling nauseous? Oh yeah, it's gotten a little bit better, but I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. I do, but Christ, I'm really not equipped for this. I know first aid, I can stitch up a cut, but gastric distress is a bit beyond me. You think we should stop and rest? Now, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking would just waste gas. Right, the fuel. If everything wasn't so weird these days anyway, I'd call it suspicious that there was only a single tank's worth left. Not much we can do about that though. Onward it is then. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? How did we make it this far? And it is really such a good thing that we're still alive. Didn't, I used to. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life was worth, it's a dangerous train of thought, I'll tell you that. We're here, that's what matters. Despite it all, we're here and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on a salad. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So for the first couple of months, I just kept working. Kept on like everything was fine. And then, listen, you don't got to answer me, but if you don't want, but your old man, what happened? My dad. Huh. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. It just so happened that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. It's pathetic, but so was my dad. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. Great, now I feel like I want to puke. Okay, we're actually covering some sensitive topics here. Hey. Oh, I missed that. Didn't read that. One of us has to keep this up. You know what? I'm going to stick with the gentleman side of things. I'm going to rest my hand on hers. It's not to make a move. I think it's just to show some comfort, you know? And fuck, with only 2 people left from what I can gather, so a little bit of comfort from anybody would be nice. I slide my right hand off the wheel. Her hand is resting by her leg, near the center console, so I reach over. I thought she might pull away, but she doesn't. Her shoulders fall, and I think I hear her sigh. Wow. Her skin feels really cold. Is that normal? Maybe because the window's open? Maybe it's because she's sick. I really wish I knew a bit more about medical shit right now. Actually, if she had a fever, shouldn't she be hotter? It's sure like that can't be normal. It's not even that cold in here. But we're still here. Just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But while there's still a breath, there's hope. That's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. If you didn't get along with him, I bet it must be hard, losing someone that close to you. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast, I'm still trying to come to terms with it all. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long time. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out there like this. I wonder if we'll ever know. If the car's clock is set right, it's nearly 1 in the morning now. The road is as dead as it ever was, but it somehow feels even emptier. More sinister. Like all the shadows behind us are teaming up into a hungering mass just waiting to swallow us whole. My eyes are getting heavier. We can't stop now though. We've still got to go so much further. We've still got so much further to go. Even if we... Hey Reubin. There's something I need to tell you. She put your hand on her stomach again. Latent instinct tell me not to take my eyes off the road, but I do it anyway to look at her. She looks real bad. Worse than I've seen yet. A couple of times she opens and shuts her mouth. Why do I have such a vague feeling about this? I shouldn't have said anything before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. Damn it. God damn it, I should have known. I heard so much unrelatable crap about the symptoms, but I guess they weren't so full of shit after all. Hey, stop. It's okay. But just keep calm, alright? We don't even know about all this and how it all works, so Maybe there's a way. Does it hurt? I'm guessing she's infected. Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that was anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I might think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. Fuck it all. I thought I was keeping it together. Don't do this to me, kid. I swallow, but it doesn't make my throat any less dry. The corners of my eyes are burning. Careful there. Remember the thing about wishes? Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining. Pfft, retail. Almost as bad as zombies. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Worse, probably. I try, but I can't muster up the will to laugh. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. We're probably on the road a while. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. If there ever is or ever was a station like that out there, I'd love to hear it. Hell, I'd love to shake the hand of whoever's running it. There's life too short to not just do whatever the hell you want. But I guess it ain't the time to be waxing on that. I don't know how much longer this tank's gonna get us. Well, ain't much else to do but go until we can't go anymore. The road is long and our course is true. Nowhere to run but forward. What? Was that it? Oh no. What? Why? That was actually so... Wow, okay, that was different, but that was nice. A nice change of pace, a lot more chilled out. And basically more of a story, and I actually really liked that. I just wish we had a little bit more detail into what actually happens with her. Now, I'm not sure if you choose one of the other paths or if you go down one of the other dialogue options, if something actually does change. But I really did enjoy that. Some of the topics were light, simple conversations that you have with someone new, but some of those conversations got a little bit deep. I'm guessing if you're stuck with the only person left alive, you are eventually going to end up having those conversations. Now obviously, looking from the guy's perspective, as I was playing, you're stuck in two minds. One, you know she's infected. Two, you don't know how long it's going to take for her to change into a zombie. Three, what do you do when she turns? Four, what then? If she ends up turning, does that mean you are the last person left that you have to spend the rest of your time on your own? That sucks. And then from the girl's point of view, sitting in a car with a strange man who's simply trying to communicate with you, and then having the secret of knowing that you're infected and not obviously sure of how the guy's going to react to this news. I mean, the guy could shoot you, drop you off next to the side of the road, whatever. Wow, okay, that was actually very nice, and I'm actually glad I did this. Once again, very different from the normal games I've played, but obviously mix it up a little bit, keep things fresh, but well worth it, and I do hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the love and support I've been receiving from you guys. It really does mean a lot to me. I will see you guys in my next episode, obviously. But until then, cheers.